Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Coach Fred McDaniels.
And I'm Coach Rick Youngblood, back in the building, Coach, on a Friday afternoon in Dayton. It's Halloween, Coach.
Halloween.
What you got spooky going on this week?
I didn't, man. I was here tonight, man, but I normally get in the corner. You know what I mean? I'm scared of chilling when they come by and get some candy.
Yeah,
so they're gonna miss me tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna miss me tonight. You know, because I'm at the house. They got the real candy bars.
You got the real candy.
Oh yeah,
bars.
for sure.
I come by and get some candy bars. You got them big old Snickers. You know, them 3-pack Reese's. You know what I mean? You know how to do it. You take care of the children.
Yeah.
That's
right. But this year I made up my own costume this year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm playing the unemployed government worker.
You know what? I'm right behind you, bro.
One strong, boy. Still here.
Still here. God is blessing us. We ain't been to work in about a month.
Yeah.
Ain't no paychecks coming in.
Nothing.
Mama and them got problems now. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to work.
Thank God for a rainy day fund.
You know it. Well, let's jump on into our program. We go ahead, Rick, and talk a little bit about our mentorship program.
Well, here we go. We got our youth mentorship program and class that we have every month. We try to have one, but this is very key to those that want to just understand that what the kids are looking for today. And we have all types of mentorships come through. We have people from lawyers to military professionals to legal professionals. We have those that, like yourself and I, just coaches that have done things on levels that can motivate kids to do, and that they're looking for that positive example that looks like them. So we have all of those that come in our youth mentor class. So if you just come out, bring your kids out, this would be a wonderful, wonderful experience for them to get to see those that are in the profession that can do things that they even thought was possible for them to do, that people are doing it that looks like them. So it'd be very, 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 very positive for them to come out to this class this week that we're going to have. The next one is on Friday, November 14th at 5 to 7 p.m. So please go to the website, www.ohiovalleyelite, and sign up and bring your kids out. The last one we had was full. So get there early, get to sign up early so we can get started, and promise you it'll be a wonderful time.
I'm telling you, you forgot that .com on there, www.ohiovalleyelite.com.
What .com?
Thank you.
I got you.
Yeah, we got to get our merch out there. They got to go and visit our website. So, and then we got another program that we have that I know the parents would love. Give Parents Time Away. Tell us a little bit about that.
Parents Time Away has been amazing. You know, so many people. I wish it was around back when my kids were, you know, in school and in athletics, that, you know, we got a chance to get in that Parents Time Away, but we didn't. And then we found ourselves, when they all graduated and went off to college, we found ourselves wondering, what do we do now? Because we was always involved in their athletics. So we just come on out, bring your kids out, drop off, and go have that special time with your loved ones, your husband, your boyfriend, your spouse, whoever. Go find some dinner to do, shopping, or whatever you like to do, dancing. Whatever you like to do, you can have a chance to go away and do that on those times, to get away from the kids for a little while. They'll be well taken care of. There are plenty of games and food and stuff for them to do while they're there. You don't have to worry about it. We got great people and great staff that will take care of them and look after them, and you just go enjoy and have yourself a great time. And so many couples have taken advantage of that, and the feedback is wonderful. They really love it and wish they had known about it years ago. But it's really taken off, and they are really taking advantage of it, and I just hope we just continue to take advantage of it. So once again, our next one is Friday, November the 14th, and Saturday, November the 15th, from 2 to 6 p.m. So that's 4 hours for you to get away and do some things together with your significant other. Or just, if you're just a single parent, you can just get away and relax and do what you want to do without the kids. So once again, you can register at www.ohiovalleyelite.com or neabwalker@gmail.com.
Well, thanks, Rick, for that, man. And we're going to go ahead and take a break. Gem City Sports Network. Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Fred McDaniels.
And I'm Coach Rick Youngblood, back in the building here in Dayton, Ohio on Friday night, Halloween. Here we are.
Halloween. And
yes,
you know what?
Is.
We have a very special guest in the house.
Yes, we do.
I don't know how we landed this one, but we got the very special guest in the building tonight. So go ahead and take the honors and introduce
Just
our special
just for
guest.
our audience out there, we have a very, very, very special guest tonight. She's an award-winning athletic administrator, educator, former college basketball coach, founder of the Who's in the Jersey initiative. Please help me welcome the Chief of Athletics for the Dayton Public Schools system, Miss Victoria M. Jones.
Hi, ma'am. Welcome.
How
Thank
are
you
you?
for coming.
I'm good. Thank you so much for having us, and I'd just like to just say thank you for this opportunity. We do not take it lightly, and on behalf of our superintendent, Dr. David Lawrence, and our business manager, Dr. Marvin Jones, we'd just like to thank you for allowing us to share this platform with you guys.
Amen. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. You know, it always says that, you know, you never can judge a book by its cover, you know, and I hear all these wonderful and read your bio. I'm like, this is a powerful, powerful person. And then when I got to meet you, I'm like, wow. Wow,
Yeah.
this it says a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
she's amazing, and this, you know, she's wonderful. It's just like, wow. But I want to get into it. I missed a meeting with you the other day, you know, kind of take care of the daughter with her car and stuff. So, but glad
It's
to
all
get to
good.
meet you.
Your organization definitely represented well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But after reading through your bio, there's so much that you've done over the years and so many wonderful awards that you've been awarded and things that you've done. But I want to shift back to your playing days, back when you was at UD and with that St. Catherine.
We're going to go way back.
Yeah, we can take it back a little bit. And I just want to know, you know, back, you know, when you were playing and in your playing days, how do you see that the women's game has evolved over the years in your eyes? How do you see it has evolved?
Well, I definitely believe that my career started. I have to bring up Grant Clark, my high school coach.
Okay.
That's when my foundation started. So Coach Clark and Jackie Fales, those were my coaches. And actually, Jackie Fales was my first coach. I actually played on an all-boys team for the Linden Center.
Wow.
And funny story, he sat my brother and started me. So it was a long walk home after that.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, my brother eventually got over it, but my foundation started great with Patterson Co-op. You know, I was class of 1997. After that, I did go to a junior college called St. Catherine. And I always tell people my experience at St. Catherine, it was kind of like I was the Michael Jordan there. And then when I transitioned to UD, I became Steve Kerr. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Like that, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if that 5'2" was messing with them or not when I got to UD, but nonetheless, I do still currently hold a record there for the most threes made in a single game without missing. So
Nice.
All right.
So my Steve Kerr mentality, I guess, worked out for me. So, but I was an All-American at St. Catherine. I was ranked nationally in some categories. So I really felt like I had a good career, you know, throughout my junior college experience. And it was the first time I actually saw nuns. You know, you kind of relate to Sister Act, the movie, but
Right.
I actually met the nuns. So that was a great experience for me.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, during that time when I graduated from UD, that's when WNBA kind of got started. So I actually played semi-pro for a little bit, and then after so many years of playing basketball, I just felt like it was time for me to take my talents into the classroom. So I went into education, and I taught and coached, and then I just continued to work my way throughout, you know, the rankings. And I started out high school coach, and then Cincinnati State, I became the head coach. I think at the age of 27, so I was a young head coach. I had a lot of success there, and then Murray State University, I went there for 5 years, and Eureka College, I met back up with Paul Bryant, who's now the athletic director at Alabama A&M. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh.
he's a Patterson grad too. So, I was excited about my career, and after doing 18 years of coaching, you know, I coached at St. Clair Community College too, won a championship there. So as an assistant, I won a championship at Murray State, and as a head coach, I won a championship at St. Clair Community College. And after 18 years, I just felt like I wanted my platform to be a little larger than my 15-player team and my 4 coaches, and I went into athletic administration. And funny story, Dr. Marvin Jones actually was my first boss. I always tell him all the time, I credit him for the chance of giving me an opportunity of being an athletic administrator at Euclid High School. So we actually worked together at Euclid before we came to Dayton Public Schools.
Oh.
Okay. That's great.
And no relation. We have the same last name.
None?
No. We
Okay,
graduated from high school
Jones, ain't cousins down the line
yeah,
somewhere?
Yeah, we checked out the family tree.
So how long have you been in the Dayton area as a chief athletics?
So I'm entering, this actually is my 6th year at Dayton Public Schools. So I did 2 years at Euclid, and then I've been at Dayton Public the whole time. And, I felt like I acquired some skills to, help us progress in athletics here at Dayton Public Schools.
Oh, okay. So do you keep up with the women's game today, the women's pro game?
Yeah, I mean, it's in me still. So I keep up with WNBA. I am a fan of Dawn Staley. Actually last year I got to go to a game, and I was so close to her. I got a lot of pictures too, so I've been a fan of hers for a very long time, even when I was a player. So, but I definitely keep up with it, and I love, the movement that is happening, even with Caitlin Clark. That was good for the game, those experiences with her. So,
if you had the opportunity to be the commissioner of the WNBA, what would you do different with the game?
That's a good question. I think they are moving at a good pace right now, but I think I'll get in the rooms more. We're still trying to, be more equitable with the salaries and stuff. So I think I'll be running my mouth at those tables for sure, because we definitely put in the same sacrifices and the same work. So I'll probably try to create more partnerships and try to find more opportunities to keep going upward with the money.
Oh, that's a big one. I think that's the big one that they are pushing for now. That and I understand, because to me actually the women's game to me is actually better. To me, I can sit and watch a WNBA game from tip to final buzzer. I can't do that with the NBA. I can't do that. The game is more entertaining for entertainment purposes than basketball. And I used to referee back in the day and had a couple opportunities to go to the NBA camps to referee, and that was what they taught you. Say whatever you knew about refereeing, forget about it. We're going to teach you how to referee the pro game, because it's a totally different game. It's all about entertainment. And so when I watch it now, it's hard to watch. The way that no defense and they don't call fouls really. So it's hard to watch. I love WNBA, so I just hope it keeps growing and they get the equitable, finances as well, because they deserve it. So.
I agree.
And I didn't mean to cut you off. I was saying, and they deserve that money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They out there battling, man, and they deserve that money. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. I'll probably just leave it where it is. What do you want to see for the Dayton athletics in the city? Where you wanted to see it grow? Because I know you brought it from a certain point, but where do you want to see it go from here?
Yeah, we've done some great things, and I do want to say publicly that these things don't move without a team. We have a good team around us, and we have the support from our administration and our board too. So we do appreciate the support. And we've done a lot of things. We've renovated the Welcome Stadium. We have new weight rooms. We have more resources, new uniforms. So our kids look great. They feel great. They have great facilities. I think right now, more professional development with our coaches. And I would say, too, trying to just continue to have participation go up and retain and have retention with our students, It's like the Wild Wild West out here, similar to in NCAA, So just trying to create those safeguards to try to keep them in our city is probably the thing that I'm probably honing in more. I think the other stuff, we have done a great job with that. We have created initiatives, so we've created programming to where there's rewards now. There's an incentive at the end of the season. We have our All-Star game. Here coming up in 2 weeks, we have our district cheer competition. So we created a platform where we can do our stump and shake within the district versus trying to tailor our cheer style to others' cheer styles. So next weekend we have Success Looks Like Me, which is our male initiative, So we want to be beyond just the playing field. Self-worth, a sense of belonging, extended family. So those kind of programs they do for us. So. But I think the thing that I want to kind of concentrate on is trying to, retain kids and have kids come back to the city.
That's awesome.
That is great. Okay, you mentioned earlier that you played basketball for so long, and then you decided to go to the educational realm. I just want to know what influenced that decision, and what was that journey like for you from athlete to educator?
I'm going to always go back to my high school coaches. When you have people in those positions, and I tell my coaches all the time, we don't realize the power of our platform. My coaches, my church family, they kind of motivated me to want to go down that path because I wanted to impact others as I was impacted. And I believe that, the advantage of me in this position, I understand it from a student-athlete perspective. I understand it from a teacher perspective. I understand it from a coach's perspective, and now I'm in the administrative seat. So when I'm at these tables, I'm thinking about all parties. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, that's my wild card, because you may have somebody that's a teacher but didn't play a sport, You may have that administrator that doesn't understand why that's important to a coach. Or, if you don't know the grind of being a student-athlete, then you don't really understand the struggle. So this journey has been great for me. I have been an example of the progression. You know how people say, hey, I worked to get here? Yep. I literally worked to get here. It was steps, it was different stages, different levels, different career paths. Even one year I worked in the prison for prison education through St. Clair. So, wow. I'm grateful that I've been at different spaces and places because I can bring more to the table by having those different experiences.
Those experiences does make a difference in being rewarding, working in the prison system, and because a lot of people forget about those people.
Yes.
When they go to prison, they forget about them. They say it's supposed to be rehabilitation, but is it really if you're not caring about them or giving them the tools they need for once they release, that they have some tools and some training to go and be successful in society? If you don't, how do you expect them to be successful in society with no training, no nothing, and it's been 10 years? Mm-hmm. So, that's great to have someone that can go in and do that and really, really rehabilitate our young men that's going to be back on the outside. Give them something positive to look forward to when they get out on the outside. So thank you for that.
Yeah, actually, that was probably one of the most rewarding experiences for me. And when I was a St. Clair coach, I actually took my team in to play the inmates. So that was cool, and I think what kept me going, you don't try to find out what did they do. You just treat them like a human.
Right.
And we had a high level of graduation rate during my tenure too there. So
that is good.
Yeah, that is wonderful. They already know what they did, so they don't need anybody else asking them all the time, trying to find out what they did. But they appreciate you treating them like they're just like anybody else, because they are still human, regardless of whether your freedoms are taken away right now, but you're still human. So that's great.
And that's why I always say, everybody deserves a second chance.
Oh, for sure. For sure, no doubt.
You can do dumb things when you're 15, 16, 20 years old, but, second chance you can become like us. You can become what you need to come. And so I do respect that going there. And that's what I was trying to talk to you a long time ago. And we were trying to get in there to go to the juvenile centers. And we were trying to get in there and things like that. And put our program in there and let the people know we can come and speak and all that thing. So that's on the rise, and that's in our future. But I don't want
we could do that. We could do that.
Yeah, we can do
for
that.
sure. We could do that.
Yeah, I think grace should be extended and empathy. And I tell people all the time, some of us have done some things we just didn't get caught.
That's right.
Right there. Yeah, we just didn't.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, we just didn't get caught. We've all done some things. So nobody's perfect. We've all done some things.
I was just saying that to one of the coaches the other day. I was like, yo, it's just a lot of things they've been doing out there. I said, I did the same type of thing. I never got caught.
Right.
That's real for some people.
But I didn't want to get caught because I had to look at Arnold McDaniel Sr. I was not trying to have that.
Yeah, that's not happening. Dad was not playing that.
Nah. You go, you stay. And you ain't coming back here. So he made them points real quick, but I'm glad I turned out the way I turned out. So thank you, Dad, up in heaven. I appreciate that.
And I see here that now that you, according to your bio, that you're pursuing your doctorate. Wow, that is wonderful in leadership and higher education.
Yes.
What's that?
You just ain't stopping. You ain't stopping at all.
Yeah.
Right?
And I wanted to know, in pursuing this degree, did you feel like it was something that was critical in your career, or it was just something that you wanted to do because you just love education and just want to get more?
Well, I would be lying if I just said I'm just a nerd over here. You know, I am learning through my doctorate program. Being a lifelong learner is a real thing.
Yes.
You know, I believe that I have valued education. I mean, you can see that even in my own personal journey.
Mm-hmm.
I was that little girl in the West Side from Summit Courts that I knew that education and sports was my way out. And I think I embraced it. You know, I have an uncle, Donald Jones and Willie Jones, and people often say, who was the best, you, Donald, or Willie? And I always say I don't think I was the best. I think I embraced it more. I think I used it to my advantage more than they did as far as my life. But I think this journey with the doctoral program, it took me a while to get here. I think after you have had that walk in life, you start really wondering, can I do this? You know, can this Dayton Public Schools lady that basically, hey, you went through junior college, you got your bachelor's, you got your master's. I have already exceeded what they expected me to do.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So now it's like, okay, you know, and I will be honest. I think one thing people would say about me is that I am transparent. I think this journey with this doctorate degree was two things. I think one, it's a terminal degree. So after this, what else do y'all need me to do?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here.
Right.
Everybody knows, I talk about this openly, this is a male-dominant position. And not only is it a male-dominant position, but I'm a female in that position, and I'm a black female in this position.
Right.
So
Yes,
I think a little bit is, okay, once I get this, leave me alone, you know. I think the other piece is been more marketable, you know. I'm happy at Dayton Public Schools. I'm actually here longer than I thought I would be. But when you say that prayer of, God, I want to be where you want me to be, you got to be careful with that prayer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Year 6 now.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
You know, so, and
I know.
also because we're doing a lot of things, I think that lifelong learner is helping me with more knowledge and more things to put in my toolkit. So I think another moment where I'm learning more things that I can pour back into Dayton Public Schools. So I'm excited about the journey. I'm actually getting A's right now.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah. It's still early, but I am, my focus for my research is going to be the ecological system and creating more resources outside of the academic curriculum. So kind of stuff I've been doing, you know, more programming, more mentorship, you know, more initiatives. So we can do the holistic view of that student. So. And we like that. I mean, even when I was in school, we had a lot of recreation centers. Our churches were more involved with the development. So, and I feel like our demographics, because we lack resources, sometimes we just get stuck to teaching to the test and focusing on academics.
Oh, outstanding. That's great.
That is great.
That doctorate is something that, you know, I thought about years ago, and I was like, that's a journey.
Yeah, y'all keep rooting me on, because every
No,
time
keep
I'm
going.
experiencing it,
Yes.
I'm like, whew, I don't know. You know?
Now, how
But I
long
think it's
do you got
important to have
left?
it. Well, I just started it.
Okay,
So I'm in
okay.
the first semester. It's a 27-month program. So the fall of 27 is when I should be completed if I stay on track, and the summer of 28 is when I'll actually graduate.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah, that's
That
good.
is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's the doctorate program is a tough program. You know?
Yes.
Right. So
I
is
see
that,
why people say, call me Dr. So-and-so.
Right.
It's a real
Yeah.
thing.
It is. It is.
they want that DR, right?
Yeah,
this
and
is-
try
Dr.
to-
McDaniels.
Yeah, and trying to balance this because my job is high demand.
Yes.
I am still active. I'm still in the trenches. So I find myself early mornings doing schoolwork and late at night. So I'm still trying to get a rhythm because I am loyal to the district and to the commitment of
Right,
this
right.
position. So I think that's what makes it. I'm probably going to fall out on the stage after this.
No, you deserve it. You can do whatever you want to do once you get that paper in your hand.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now with you getting the doctors, are you going to bring that to Dayton, or are you going to try to expand that somewhere else, or?
Well, I think my work is still my work here, and again, just finding new ways. And I think this too opens up new doors too. There's a lot of networking. I'm meeting people from all over the world with different talents and different resources. So my goal is to continue to expand and, try new things with Dayton Public Schools. Things are trial and error, but right now that innovative spirit has been working for us. So it's not a ticket of roll out, because again, I'm truly, when they say about the kids, I am about the kids. I'm not trying to be a politician, nor do I like it, and I struggle when I'm in those spaces. But the goal is to acquire more knowledge to continue to helping us grow.
That is awesome.
That is wonderful. So what is being an athletic director?
Excuse me. Chief.
Oh, chief. I'm just saying though. But that is.
It's okay.
That is something that was on my list of dream jobs before. It's like either if I can be an athletic director, because I care about the kids, I love the kids, or if I couldn't be an ESPN sports commentator, Mm-hmm. But this athletic director thing is something that's really, really interesting. It's like how do I get to get a job like that? How did she get a job like that? And what's, like you say, you expand your horizon. What would be something else that's the next step up from chief of athletics? What would be something that's like, not a level, would be more like a promotion for you?
Yeah, that's a loaded question, but great questions. I would say that, for those that are listening, we have a multiple school district. So we just went to this format. I think we're in year 2 now with full-time ADs at the building level. Mm-hmm. And then you have me as the district AD. So I do a lot of policy and procedures. I'm part of boards. I'm currently with Coach Beyond, which is a really good board to be part of through Ohio State. And I'm the lady that once I talk to the superintendent, I'm the voice to say, hey, we're not having games. It's too much snow. Or, hey, guys, we're going to have games,
Oh, okay.
So... and then the day-to-day, I always tell people outside of my prep coming from my house, I don't know what I'm walking into when I get to the office. So there's never a day that's the same, which makes it fun and sometimes concerning because you don't know. But, I think I'm at the highest. So if I left Dayton Public Schools, which again, I'm happy.
Right.
I wouldn't go to another high school. It's kind of like I'm at the castle already.
Right. Right.
So I think my next step, even with this journey with the doctorate program, I think maybe in my future, probably higher education. So maybe at a university. And I don't know if that's the capacity of an athletic director or if that's a dean or a provost.
Provost,
I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. But there's a lot of things. I'm the one. And I tell people if I can sum it up, my position is kind of like the superintendent of athletics. So I'm the go-to. The disgruntled parent that don't like what the AD is saying, me, And it's always my fault when it goes wrong, too, even when I don't know about it,
Right. Well, you got to carry that.
That was me. That disgruntled parent that didn't get the correct answer for my AD when my son was playing football, and I went to the AD and because I had bought him his own helmet and stuff. He was in middle school. And the coaches told him he couldn't use it because it was policy that you had to use the schools, even though what I bought him was safer than what they had. So I went to the athletic director to ask him about this, and he said, yeah, that's true, it's policy. And I said, coming from my military background, and I was an inspector general, I said, well, can I see the policy? Mm-hmm. And he could never produce it. And so, but he said it's policy, so that's what it is. So I went to their board of education and asked the person in charge of policy, and she said that's never been a policy here. So practically, just.
Well, at least you did the chain of command.
Right, I did the chain of command, but just to tell me that and you got coaches out here that you're telling them to uphold policy that's not policy.
Yeah, and we are really good here at Dayton Public when it comes to policy and procedures. We pass them out at our coaches meetings, so there's no surprises. And in the event there's a loophole, I'm always going to try to do what we need to do for the best interest of a student. But for the most part, our board has been doing an awesome job with policies.
Policy is big. That's, if you
everything in black and white.
Yeah, you can
it
read
makes it easier to lead. Too.
It is. It makes it very easy when I can reach back and get it and say, here you go. So having to go back and talk to those coaches and say, hey, look. You can't be enforcing something that you don't even know it isn't policy. You know, you need to have it and read it and then enforce it. But you out here enforcing policy that, even in policy, but you just going on what someone said.
Well, he just went on what his boss said, you know what I mean?
Or past practices.
Past practices, yeah.
That's how we've always done
it's
it.
Yeah.
How many times you hear that? That's what that's the way we've always done it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it right.
And I do admire you because I started off in the Air Force civilian. I was a sports director in Germany and Yokota Air Base, Japan. And those are the best times of my life, putting the schedules together.
Yes.
Going out there on Saturday and looking at my work. I got over 100-something kids. I got all these teams here. I got teams there. And just doing the things for the youth that I did. And that's what I've been doing all my life. I've been a youth director almost now 27 years. So that's all my life has been is kids, you know. And then I picked up a job here probably about 3 years ago as an athletic director. I'm not it anymore. Some things had came down, so I just moved on and I wanted to start my own thing. But that was one of the best jobs I had, ma'am. So I take my hat off to you.
Yes.
That's when I retire, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to run my business and I want to make sure that the kids have everything, you know, that they need and they need and work for and things like that. So
yeah, I would like to say and put this disclaimer out there that it is bigger than just a polo shirt and some khaki pants on the sideline.
Exactly.
You know,
You're
everybody
right,
they see that they think that's the coolest thing to be on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the easiest part for me going to the field. When you see me on the field with my crush pop and my hot dog, I'm good. You know? But we do grade verifications. We have to be aligned with OSHA and state and district rules.
Yes,
you know, we have to do grade verifications. You know, you're doing equivalencies. You're trying to make sure that they have 5-1 credit. So it's a lot more than just, you know, pull out the clock and watch a basketball game. You know, we have concessions.
I know,
going.
that's why I said you got
It's
everything.
long hours
yes.
too. Long hours. It's a
Believe me,
sacrifice.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
So when you say how did you get here, again, mine was progression. Dr. Jones took a chance on me, and I embraced it. And I think my crossover skills throughout being a head coach, because I was in leadership positions since college. So
Right.
I think those were to my benefit. But there's no manual for it.
No, it's not.
There's no book. No
You
book
You have
is
to
right.
have a heart for it to be able to persevere, though.
Yes.
You do.
Yes, I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And that's something that I want to do when those days I hang up. I just want to be out there. I want to be athletic director. I don't know if I want to be that high. I just want to be where I'm down there and I'm making schedules and getting the buses to
it's
come.
like basketball.
And,
The best coaches are in the stands. My uncle often says the ones that ridicule you can make half the decisions that you make, you know. So, but, you know, we still have those mentors and we have support from our, central office. So you're not in it alone. But leadership can be lonely, you know.
I believe me.
You can't
I've
just
been
cry in
there.
front of the people that you lead. You know? You got to go run and hide.
Yeah, you got to go. I'll be right back. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Where'd Fred go? He took a break.
He took a break real quick.
I gotta take a break and come back. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. But yes, and so like for our young ladies out there and our young men, but I put it mostly for our young ladies. What would you tell them, you know, inspire them to keep going? Because we have some that has they think they have to go a certain way and they get pregnant and they don't keep going, and you know what I mean. So when you sit down and you talk to that young lady, what goals or education that you can tell her to keep her moving in that positive direction?
You know, I know we talked about how I'm in a doctorate program. I'm not a doctor yet, so
Right.
I'm gonna keep it real simple for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think stay in the course. You know, no matter what hand you have been dealt, stay the course. You know, and you make the best out of the hand that you've been dealt. And then you make sure you got some good hands around you. Now I'm playing spades right now.
Okay.
I got 4. How many do you have?
Right.
Surround yourself around people that believe in you. And I think that was the ticket for me. Because sometimes the little belief you have for yourself sometimes not enough.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot just dwell in your circumstances.
Right.
Well, I grew up in the hood. Well, my daddy wasn't around. Well, my mom died when I was younger. You know, you have to stay the course and embrace the hand that you were dealt with, and then find those people in your circle to help you get where you need to be.
Yeah, that is very key.
Enough said.
that is very key. You know, we have to overcome our circumstances and don't make excuses for it. You know, because anybody can make an excuse.
That's easy.
And, hey, it's easy to say, oh well, see, I can't thrive or I can't succeed because of how I was brought up or how I was raised. No, think about it. Someone always was in a worse predicament than you, and they made it. So don't make excuses. You know, be an example. Do it. Go do it. And like I say, stay the course. And I noticed earlier you spoke about, you know, coming to work and then you never know what you're walking into, and it's always different every day. So being in that daily grind for you, what would you say is the toughest part of your job, and what's the most rewarding for you?
I think for me, the toughest for me, I think when you are leading in the city that raised you, that can be challenging. And I say that because you have the people that still see little Vicky. Well, little Vicky is 47 now. She grew up. I think you're okay until you have to make that decision that's not a yes for a person. So now you're getting scrutiny. Or there's stuff that's thrown out there that's not true, you know, but in your professional setting, you can't really redirect. So I think, you know, people that you think should support you, not supporting you can be tough from a mental standpoint. But I believe that in this position, you have to have broad shoulders. And I'm definitely not the leader I was when I got here going into year 6. You know, but sometimes that's discouraging, but yet it's part of it. And, you know, and I often hear my board members tell me all the time, hey, come with the territory, you know. But again, this is the city that raised you, you know.
Right.
And I know some administrators that never come back, and I never got it, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you're appreciated more when you're away, you know. But I think that would be probably one of the challenges, just trying to navigate through that. And again, I'm much better in that headspace now. And then the rewarding piece for me, just the kids. You know, I've seen a lot of them grow in this experience. I've seen a lot of students excited to be part of us, you know. And I think my coaches too, you know, we have a transit department so people come and go. But for the most part, our retention has been great at Dayton Public Schools. And knowing that they believe in a visionary is always helpful because you can push stuff better when the people have buy-in. Early in my career, I came in with policies and procedures. Well, we always thought that wasn't right. This is how we doing it. And I think being consistent. And I just kind of preached about this a couple of weeks ago, how you cannot like the person, but you have to respect the position.
Yes,
man.
You know, and I think that has been rewarding the students, you know, them smiling. Knowing that they look good, you know, there's new uniforms, there's, you know, great spaces, and we have great facilities. So I think that keeps me going. The kids keep me going.
Yeah, kids, so they are.
Whew, like I said, you know, when that smile's on their face, I just felt that I did my job. You know what I mean? I don't care if nobody else likes it. As long as they like it, I think I did my job.
And and I think the key piece for me is I see me when I see them. You know,
there you go.
I see them when I see me. And I remember that coach that kept going for me. I remember that church member that kept going for me. So that keeps me going.
Yeah, that is big. That keeps you going. You that little piece that keeps you going, and that rewarding piece of a kid coming back 2 years later and say, "Hey, coach, but thank you for what you did for me back in the day."
Like they do us.
You know, and they still calling you coach after all these years. They still call you coach. That means something.
Coach, you coming to my wedding.
You coming to my wedding, coach.
I'm about to be a doctor.
Yeah,
right?
so,
like, wow.
You're like, okay.
And you were the one that kept me going, coach.
Okay, thanks, coach. You kept me going.
I just doing my job. You know,
it's in here. I cared. So hey, you needed it, and I was there.
So if I show up on, so do you do the hiring of coaches?
You know what? The ADs, they do the hiring. However, for our major sports, I am on the panels for those. So the basketballs and the footballs, you know, I do serve as support for that.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you that, what would be your expectation of a good coach to run that program. But if it's your athletic director,
there's still a recipe to it. I am the leader,
well,
so
let me get some of that recipe then.
Yeah, we do have training with the ADs too.
Okay.
I think to coach here at Dayton Public Schools, we are looking for people that are knowledgeable. The students need to develop. We are looking for people with high integrity, character. I'm not trying to be in Dr. Lawrence and Dr. Jones's office off something you did,
Right.
And a really big piece that I've been focusing on since I've been here is the compliance piece.
Right.
I do not want a call from Kristen Ronay from OSHA. I do not want those calls. So making sure that we're staying aligned with the state and district policies and procedures and regulations and bylaws, so that we're not on the paper, because we were not compliant. So those are the major things. The other stuff I think kind of comes, we have veteran coaches, we have young coaches, so I think our role is not only for students, is also to mentor the adults too. I tell people I'm probably coaching the adults more in my position than actually the kids. I think the coaches and the building ADs are doing more of that. And those are some parts that I miss, that day-to-day, interaction with students.
Mm-hmm.
But now they just say, that's the lady from Who's in the Jersey. That's the lady from Success Looks Like Me. Like this little mini star around here, But it's still cool that they even know who I am, because everybody in this position and other places, some don't know who you are. So.
So at least you get out and about.
I do.
Right.
So
That's what's important about it. Yeah.
My friends would say I'm out too much, I think early on I was out a lot because, again, when it's your baby and it's
you want to make sure everything is on point.
Sure,
I know.
Yeah. Now, in year 6, I'm trying to be intentional with stepping back a little bit more, or at least come in half the game, or but I'm still in the trenches.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It's like them long nights at home, you're just thinking like, okay, I got this to do tomorrow. If I mess up there, I got to do this, I got to do that. So yes, those long nights and then getting up and them long days, and then now you get to that point where you're like, what it's going to be is going to be. I can't
and it's
keep
gonna
thinking
happen
about
whether I'm there or not.
Right, exactly.
You just know a little bit more about what happened when you're there.
Right.
Yeah, you see it firsthand. I was there, I saw it. So
I might respond a little differently than the building AD, but I have a good team, and I'm excited for what's to come for Dayton Public Schools.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, that is awesome. Okay, well, moving on, I was looking through your initiatives, and one that caught my eye was the Caught Being Great District Initiative. And I just want to know what that was all about, because that title is catching, Caught Being Great, and that's something that I want to hear more about.
Ma'am, can you just hold on to that question? We got to take a break, and we'll be right back. Gym City Sports Network. Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Coach Fred McDaniels.
And I'm Coach Rick Youngblood, back in the building in Dayton, Ohio on a Friday night Halloween with a great guest in the building, a great lady here in our midst today, giving us all that we need and all that we want to hear. Miss Victoria Jones, the Chief of Dayton Public Schools Systems. So we're back with her today, and right back into our questions, and it's just like we could go on for hours. It's just like I just got so much, but yeah, it would do that to you.
I was sitting there like, man, we got to pay the bills, but we rolling.
But we moving. But it was, like back to my question, I just want to know more about, because that Caught Being Great district initiative caught my eye. It's like, wow, I want to hear more about that, because that's very catchy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so my master's is in special education, and our prime focus is inclusion. So that stays with me, it's just in me. And I always try to make sure that everybody feels valued, that they're important, because again, we cross over with a lot of departments. We don't just, it's not just athletics. We connect with transportation, those are the buses. We connect with nutrition services. And there's things that happen, with the carpenters and things like that. So I have Employee of the Month, and we also have Caught Being Great. So Employee of the Month are people that actually work directly under me. That could be a game worker, that could be the AD, support staff. And then the Caught Being Great are collaborating departments. You're not under my payroll, but yet we still have, interactions with you, and you still play a part to the success of our department. So we highlight people from other departments. And with that cop being great, they get a certificate, and then they get graphics with their face on it. Nice. And then we actually do a video that goes out on social media. So the last one we did the carpenters, and we actually went into their area. They were, sawing stuff so people can actually know what they do, instead of just saying a name. So we try to do a cop being great and employee of the month, once every month. One from my side and one from a department. So just a way to shout out people and let them know we appreciate their service. And that's kind of where we got that from. And it's been real successful. I mean, it's another to do. It's another, connecting with videos. Yeah. And actually, we have the honors of going to the OIAAA conference, our AD conference, and our district is going to present on these initiatives. So right. That's a win for the district, too, that we're going to be part of breakout sessions where we actually present the things that we've been doing here to share with our colleagues.
Nice. Oh, that's great to hear.
That is something that I'm gonna try to bring back to my section on base.
It's something on base.
We have the employee in a month, but that right there,
that caught being great.
And you guys probably can do maybe vendors or people that that y'all want to highlight that adds to this experience. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
no, if I don't take it to my the base, I'm definitely gonna bring it to our organization.
Oh, for sure. Something that we could, that makes a difference when people know that they're appreciated.
And we catch them off guard too. They have no idea. One lady, I said, listen, we've been having problems with custodians, and we were in this big meeting, and she was just looking like, what now? I was like, guess what? You were caught being great. She was like, oh my God. So we went from this serious moment to we're recognizing you.
Yeah, we're recognizing you.
That is awesome.
So, some of those are on our social media, so check those out. They're fun.
I definitely will.
We got that social media. We got that page. We know where to go find it at.
Oh, we're going to find it now.
Yeah, it's Dayton Public Schools Athletics. It's easy to find.
Oh, Dayton Public Schools Athletics. Okay, well, we're going to definitely look that up because I definitely want to check some of those moments out. Be great to watch,
fun.
So
sound effects, everything. It's nice.
Okay.
And I do want to shout out Hard Work on 3. They help us edit those and stuff. So they've been really good to us, and they're Dayton Public Schools alumni too. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
And since we're talking about being great and all of these things, we would like to invite some of your athletes that's making those moves to the right directions and things like to come on our show and things like that. So I probably send that letter, and then you can pass it down to the ADs, and they can pick somebody once a month that wants to come, and they feel that they deserve to come in. And that's all. That's soccer. That's basketball. That's tennis. That's everything. Yes.
Everybody's important.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And also a few more of your initiative that I wanted to get into was that you created Who's in the Jersey for women and Success Looks Like Me for the men. What influenced you to create that? I was trying something like, I think I can kind of guess that Success Looks Like Me. I could kind of guess about what that is about, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
I get so excited about these initiatives. So Who's in the Jersey was the very first one. And it kind of started when we had, some cattiness going on with the girls. And I said, man, I know athletics brings people together. And I'm like, we have to embrace this platform, and we need to do something, So I came up with this idea like, hey, let's do something, where we can bring them together. Let's have women that look like them, that's been through these same struggles or journeys, and have them come back and share. And said, you know what? I was that bully one day, and look at me now. I was that shy girl. Look at me now. Maybe I was the one that, was abused, but you can get through this, And when I say that Who's in the Jersey, it's real emotional. Like, we really feel the synergy in this place. We sing together, we cry together, we do raffles. We have singers come and sing girly songs. It's just like girl power. And we align it with Girls and Women in Sports Week too, and so it happens in February, and everybody in there wear jerseys of their choice, and it can be the sorority, jerseys too. And what we wanted to target, we wanted to really target the girl inside, So all of our teams wear their respective jerseys. The panelists, they have to wear jerseys, and then we have fun with the bottoms. So like one year we did camo. One year we did the tulle skirts. This year we're going to do jeans and cowgirl boots. You know, we really get into it. So, but the goal is to inspire, empower, and encourage them along this journey. And everybody up there, they're not athletes, so we put that sports/leadership, you know, because I didn't want to exclude people just because you didn't play sports.
Right.
And everybody is not alumni either, you know, because we have some phenomenal women within the community, and I didn't want to exclude that. Because again, the purpose is to help them internally with the self-worth, you know, you are loved, you know, we do care about you. You can get out of here.
Yes.
So we do it once a year, you know, and some are saying, yeah, you need to, like, do many sessions after that. You know, I'm tapped out, guys. I'm tapped out.
We want more.
Yeah, and then when it went off so well, then board members said, you got to do something for boys. Remember, we believe in inclusion, you know.
Yes.
So we birthed out the Success Looks Like Me. And it's the same concept. The only difference with the males, we do small group sessions before the panel. I really think that's more powerful than the panel for the guys, because by the time we get to the panel, they just kind of, it's not the same synergy, you know. But we have some great people coming on, and if y'all not doing anything, come out and join us. But, you know, we have Judge McLean is coming, we have Dr. Danielle Gregory, we have Tommy McGuffey, we have my pastor be there too, Brandon Clark. And we have Al Tomlinson, who's the deputy AD at University of Tennessee, who's also a Dunbar grad. So, and these people come, and they come for free. You know, we try to, like, you know, make them feel special while they're here, but no one ever charges me for this. We have a catered meal. I mean, the boys and the girls leave with shirts representing this. So it's been a big deal, and I am excited to know that some other states are trying to duplicate this. You know, and I'm like, wow, this started here in Dayton. My friend's like, Victoria, you need to patent this, you know. But that wasn't really the mission when we came up with that. If people can help other girls in other states and men in other states, I'm all about that. So, and then, you know, we got the All-Star event. We got a lot of initiatives. But I think my crossover from college kind of helps birth those things. Because if you look at other districts, they're not doing this. And one of my colleagues always say, Victoria, how do you get your people to buy in? You know, I don't know. But, you know, we've been getting better and better every year. So I'm grateful that this is still, the kids are still buying in, and the board is supporting it.
I just want to say, Ms. Jones, that is awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I'm glad that you're sharing that with us. That is really awesome.
That would be a testament to your leadership. That's why they're buying in. It's, you know, people can always follow that leader that they believe in and that they trust, and that they see that putting in the work and a leader that really cares. Yeah. When you got a leader that cares, that's somebody that people can get behind, because they see that you're leading by example and that you do care with all these initiatives and programs that you're creating, and that it's all about the kids.
Yes.
And it's not all about just you, you know, being, oh, I'm the leader, I'm in this powerful position.
I don't even
and it's
move
about
that
me.
way. Yeah.
Exactly, you know.
And it's a whole production again, and I want to be very clear, like, this does not happen without a team. You know, like, we transform those cafeterias, you won't even know if it's where they eat at, you know. Like, we're finding our hidden talents through this, you know. We're like event planners. They're like, help with graduation, help with this. I'm like, listen. But it takes a team, not even just my immediate team, but, you know, Katina Taylor, you know, that's the coordinator of custodians. Like, they have to be in sync, because I need those stages cleared. I need restrooms and locker rooms cleared and clean. And so they hate to see me come around, because we have high expectations for these events.
No, but that is awesome. That's the way it want to be, and they respect you for that.
Oh yeah, they really
Especially
do.
Especially if you're gonna pull your sleeves up and get right next to me.
That's big right there.
Yeah, we out there too. I'm not calling shots from the lazy boy chair.
Right, from up in the top, calling down. I need you to do this. but that is great to lead that way. That's another respect of being a leader, that they see you, that she's not only gonna give us orders, but she's gonna roll up her sleeves and she's gonna get out here with us. And now I can really respect that, because she's gonna be in the trenches with me. So that is awesome. That is very, very awesome.
Well, Ms. Jones, our time has came, and we could sit here for hours.
Really? I got another page.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Our time has paged. Producers saying we're going past an hour, so our time has came. But we would love to have you back, and we can have a second Coach's Corner.
Say my questions.
I know. But I just want to say thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It was a blessing,
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm hoping in the future that we can do work together, because I see that we all on that same page, and our love for kids, that's what it's all about. So
Absolutely.
I do appreciate you. I just want you to sit back for a second. We always have a segment after the show, Ask Coach Ricky. So we're going to go ahead, Rick. What you got expired today for the children?
You know, after listening to, I've almost said Dr. Jones already.
Uh-oh.
But listening to Miss Jones, you know, Chief Jones, you know, she said it all already. She said it all. You know, and I'm always aspiring any way I can to help kids, to motivate kids. But you know, like she says, you just have to stay, you know, stay in it, stay focused. No matter what hand you're dealt, no matter what you're going through, there's someone that's always going through something that could be worse than you. But don't make the excuse of I can't because.
Right.
Because I call that a coward. Anybody can do that, you know. Bump the excuse, break that cycle, and stay in it. Stay in it. Be that one that they look up to and say, well, hey, she did it, I can do it.
Yep.
But that's the way we have to look at things today. We none of us are dealt a perfect hand, and none of us are perfect, and we will never be. But it's not about us getting knocked down. It's about what do we do when we get up. Because we all gonna just keep living. You're gonna get knocked down several times. But what do you do when you get up? Do you get up and complain and mope about it and stay there and go, oh, I can't do it? Or do you brush yourself off and say, oh, well, you know, God, okay, what you want me to do next? You brought me to it. You brought me through it. Now I'm a better on the other side. I'm going to dust myself off.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
going to dust
saying.
myself
Bring out the
off.
love offering.
I dust myself off, and I'm going to keep it rolling. So just stay in it. Youngsters, stay in it. You know, get your education. Because I always say that no one can take that from you. When you get degreed up, nobody can ever say they can't take that away from you after you've got your bachelor's or your master's. They can never take that away and say, well, nope, you don't have that. Yes, I do. Those records are always there. So stay the course, stay degreed up, stay educated up, and you can do anything you want. And just surround yourself with people that are positive. And sometimes you have to let go of those friends that are not really friends, because they're leading you down the wrong path. So just surround yourself with good people and continue to stay focused no matter what, and lean on those people that you know are there. Your church, your teachers, your coaches, your mentors, they're there when you need them. So stay focused, and hey, if you ever need to reach out to me, I'm here to listen too. So thank you.
Thanks, man. That was words. Everything was greatly put together there. I
Thanks,
appreciate you.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you. We just want to say one special thing. It will be our 20th show next podcast in 2 weeks. We coming out with a big surprise. We want everybody to tune in and listen. You will not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Disappointed.
There you go.
Like we always say, love, peace.
Peace. We're out.